What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video, and we just got this week's episode of Shield, episode 6, released on Disney Plus, and to me, I thought that this was an okay and also a fun type of episode, especially with exploring just like Jen and this episode, especially with Jennifer Walters and exploring her life, even though with like Shield as well, even with the Titania, and with that ending, I totally see sets up probably the next couple episodes of who could be after Shield and her blood as well. So in this video, this is be my full spoiler review and explain for Shield episode 6, and also going over everything, especially going over the ending as well. But if you're new here, you do something like this, and be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't visit this in the future. So let's get into it. And so, with the purpose of this episode is with the Jennifer Walters like going to attend a wedding for one of her friends, and then we see this breaking the fourth wall moment, and it's so hilarious on how she jokes about on how this is like a self-isolated wedding episode, and also while watching this episode at an inconvenient time, even though they tease the Daredevil's helmet at the end of last episode, is that we know that we were waiting for Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, to show up. Plus, even though that it didn't tease it, they didn't show Daredevil in this episode. We're probably going to get it probably in the last couple of episodes as well. And then we get introduced to Mr. Immortal, who is a real life name is Craig, and then he mentions on how he got the divorce, like I said, several times, and then we see him jumping out of a window, like with he was thinking that he got hurt, but because with the Mr. Immortal in the comics, like he's like a highly skilled acrobat and athlete, which after that we see him like we see him like getting off the car just fine, and plus with the QR code, it actually takes you like to a cover of West Coast Avengers. And now, especially as we see Jennifer having fun at the wedding as a bridesmaid in her dress, and then we see her talking to this guy named Josh, and which we see him talking, and especially with the Josh having a conversation though with Jennifer, is that like it could be something in the skies, maybe like a spy, or maybe he's working for someone who is after She-Hulk, and then as we can see, Jennifer is now drunk. And now, especially in this episode, we got to see a whole fight between Shield and Titania, and that with this fight, it ends with her just punching her, and with Titania just like slamming and Lily breaking her own teeth, and that which it was a pretty good Shield versus Titania fight. And now, with this ending, we see Nikki and Mallory seeing online that people are sending like She-Hulk death threats, saying that they want to kill She-Hulk and how to kill She-Hulk, and which Mallory says to Nikki not to get all this mess inside of Jennifer's head, and that which we see Jennifer and Josh just like bonding together, and then we see on the computer screen a message that says is in the next phase of the plan, we're ready to go with a user called Hulk King, and then especially which this is like to take place inside of like a certain lab, and then we see like a certain scientist getting ready with something to kill She-Hulk, and then it injects something in her veins, and then which is probably be filled with gamma radiation, and now this must be like a sign and like hint toward the leader showing up in the MCU, because we know he's gonna show up in Captain America New World Order, and now especially this is definitely a setup for the leader to show up in the MCU, probably not in the show, and now especially of who wants to kill Shield, I think like it won't likely be the leader, but it could be Todd, who is Jennifer's creepy date who wants to do something to her, and like with that guy, he was being like, really creepy about it, and now with this is coming, and that behind that Todd could be the main villain in She-Hulk, because experiments and things that someone wants to go to She-Hulk with, this could definitely be a sign, especially as a setup for the main villain. Especially with the other leader that is probably set up, but now with the leader showing up, this is probably set up something very big. And yeah, with this episode of She-Hulk, again, I thought that this was a fun and okay type of episode. It was mostly like, not good. Like, even though we got to explore more of Jennifer and her life, just Jen, and now with her just being She-Hulk and having fun at a wedding, especially with the whole She-Hulk and Titania fight. Even though we didn't get to see Daredevil in this week's episode, even though they teased Daredevil's helmet at the end of last episode, but I'm very excited to see Daredevil, if he does show up in the next couple of episodes. Maybe it's a sense where in the last couple of episodes, so it's down, like maybe we can get him probably in the remaining last episodes of the show as well, baby, because we know that like bad people are after She-Hulk and just want to kill She-Hulk, especially with the main villain and that's coming, and with the She-Hulk I'll be injected with something that's probably set up much bigger for the future of the MCU as well. So that's gonna be for this video. Let me thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts on She-Hulk episode 6? Give me a rating between 1 and 10 to get this video like and subscribe to catch about future videos, and for live updates, you always follow me on Twitter. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.